During the president's speech, you might have noticed several members of Congress wearing orange pins.
Those pins signify a commitment to cut through all the gridlock and to try to get Washington working again. Democratic Congressman Scott Peters represents San Diego's 52nd District, and he joins us live right now from Capitol Hill this morning. Congressman, thank you for being here and carving out the time.
Good morning, Dan and Michelle. How are you doing?
Good morning. We're doing great. Okay, so the big news from the White House and the State of the Union is the plan to raise the federal minimum wage. I want to know, how do you feel when you hear the president say he's going to sidestep Congress and use his pen to get it done? Would you give Mr. Obama one of your orange pins?
That's not a bad idea. You know, I like the idea that the president talked about opportunity and the economy, having a chance for people to get ahead. I didn't like so much the idea of him trying to do it on his own, and that's, you refer to the orange pin. We're members of a group called No Labels Problem Solvers at nolabels.org, and what we want to do is we want to cut through the kind of gridlock we've seen over the last few years to get to a point where we can work together. We saw a little promise at the end of the year when we passed the first budget that Congress had seen in 3 years. We've got some good infrastructure money at the border for San Diego. We'd like to continue that kind of progress, not go back to the kind of you stand in your corner, you stand in your corner, and we'll yell at each other that we'd seen too much, in the past decade.
In regard to that issue, you mentioned a little bit about what you liked and what you didn't like, but was there something specific the president said last night that you really liked, or anything that maybe you disagreed with overall?
Well, I think he hit a lot of the right topics. People are really concerned today about the ability to pay their bill. They want to make sure their kids can go to school and have access to an education. I thought that was important. They want to be able to save for their retirement, take care of their parents. We really have to get the economy going again. So we need to get past this gridlock. We need to make sure that we're investing in infrastructure. We're balancing the budget in a way that people can plan off of. We're investing in education so our kids can compete in the brave power economy. And most important for us, working together as we're trying to do at nolabels.org.
We just want to let all our viewers know that we actually reached out to Republican local representatives here to try to get their response, and we couldn't get anybody on camera, so Congressman, thank you. We did get a statement from Vista Congressman Darrell Issa. Mr. Peters, I'd love for you to respond to it, and I'm going to paraphrase, but here's the spirit of it. He says, Americans always excel when government respects their rights to liberty, the right to do what they believe is best, to strive to succeed, to fail, and to get up and do that again. He says that's where job creation comes from, that's where Americans want to be, and he said the president failed. What's your thought on that?
Well, I think we all agree that it's the ability for Americans to get up and be ambitious that drives the country. But the government has a role in setting the table. We can't let the bridges and the roads fall down. We have to invest in getting rid of border delays if we're going to create those 60,000 jobs that we're going to bring, working together with the Chamber of Commerce. And so, I would never overstate the role of the government, but you don't want the government in the way. And when we were going from crisis to crisis and shutdown to shutdown and gridlock to gridlock, we were getting in the way of the economic recovery. Now I hope we're past that. We have a budget. We're not going to shut the government down every few months, which was the pattern of the past Congress. And so I think we do have a role in making sure that we set the table so that those entrepreneurs and people who get up every morning and go to work have a chance to succeed and get ahead. And it's about opportunity. We've always assumed that our kids will be able to do better than we did. And if that's at risk, we've got to do what's necessary to make sure that everyone has an opportunity, and we have hope for a good economic future.
And before we let you go, I do want to try to squeeze in one last question. You are in a tough race for re-election with Carl DeMaio. What are some of the issues that you are running on?
Well, I think what we try to do, we had all this gridlock in Congress. People were really arguing with each other over health care or whatever. And the point is that in local government and in my experience, it's about bringing people together to make solutions. And that's what I've tried to do this year. And I think actually we have a little bit of success by getting that budget at the end of the year. I ran on no budget, no pay. If you don't get pass a budget, you shouldn't get paid. That was the idea of No Labels. And we got a budget, and we're going to continue that kind of progress. And I feel like if we do a good job, people will want to send me back, because that's what I hear from my district.
Congressman Peters, again, we thank you for your time. Good luck on building that consensus and working together to get some stuff done in Washington. I think we need it. Thank you again. Have a great day.
Enjoy that sunshine.
There you go.
We are.
We'll bottle some up and send it to you, okay?